welcome to another episode of the Sean Farrell podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Jesus Christ died and he rose again. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. So this past weekend was the Out of the Darkness walk for the Nashville area. Okay. And so walk season is in full effect. Suicide prevention walks are in full effect. And so I was at the one in Nashville um, this past weekend, and it was pretty cool being down there. Not only was it pretty cool being down there, is because I had some time off. Okay, I actually had some time off, and just being able to get away from being able to get away, only if it was for a few hours. I really enjoyed spending time with my friends who were there. I wasn't sure if they were coming or not. I wasn't sure if they were coming or not, but they posted on social media that they were about to come, and I was very, very happy about that because I wouldn't be walking alone like I did last year. And so it was pretty cool. Walk with some friends. You know, and afterwards we had lunch. Um, we had lunch together and did a few more things in Nashville, and then drove home because I had to be at work um, that night. Um, had some off time for my day job. Okay, but still, it was so good to get away. Only if it was for a few hours. And so I really enjoyed spending time with them and being able to walk with them. Um, my best friend, she did lose her ex-husband to suicide. Okay, yeah, she lost her ex-husband to suicide, and yeah, yeah. All right. So it is Suicide Prevention Month. Okay, so things you should never say to someone who's suicidal. You're saying this to make me feel bad. You're just being dramatic. You're so selfish. All you're doing is thinking about yourself. You're weak. That's why you're considering this. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Things aren't that bad. You'll never do it. Don't be stupid. You have no reason to feel this way. These comments invalidate one's struggle and makes them feel even worse than they do. Stigma hurts, compassion helps. Okay. So um one of the things that um 988 um crisis workers, one of the questions that they ask is what about your support system, your family, your friends? And more often than not, they will say, the caller who is in crisis, they'll say, um, I do have family and friends, but they don't support me um, in this. They don't support me in this, or they don't understand. Okay. And we often hear that saying, and we often hear the saying, the ones who love us the most, are supposed to care for us the most, are the ones who ignore us the most, or don't care about these types of things when we come to them with these type of issues. Okay. And Depression is complex. Suicide is complex. And the one thing you don't want to do is inflame the situation. Okay, you don't want to inflame the situation. It's like I said when talking about the previous video, when you have a small mental fire in your brain. Okay, it's like having a small mental brush fire in your brain. You're depressed. You come to someone in your family and says, "Hey, I'm feeling this way," and they're like, "Oh, no, 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 you'll be all right. You'll be all right." I had someone who felt that way, and they were fine. You'll be all right. And then that small brush fire grows a little bit. Then you turn to your friends, and then they virtually say the same thing. Okay. Um, don't be stupid. Don't do anything stupid. Okay. Say something like that. Then it turns into a full blown blaze. That mental fire, the small brush mental fire, turns into a full blaze, and the blaze is out of control. And you think there's no way it can be put out. So the small brush fire of depression, your family ignores you, throwing a little bit of gasoline on the fire. Your friends ignore you or don't care, pouring more gasoline on the fire. Um, you just see no other way out. You just see no other way out. And this is why 988 is so important. Okay. This is why 988 is so important, because um, suicide is still a taboo topic. Okay. And not everybody wants to understand suicide, or they just choose not to understand suicide. Maybe I said the same thing right there. But anyway, they don't understand, or they don't want to understand. And 988 is important because most of the time, suicide victims, they don't want to end their life. They just want their pain to end. And not only do they want their pain to end, but they just want somebody to listen to them, have empathy, compassion, and not be judgmental. That's all they're looking for. Those things in particular. Okay. And again, if we can just do those 4 things right there, lives will be saved. Lives will be saved. And this is why 988 is so important. We have people on there who want to talk to you, who have compassion, empathy, no judgment. Okay. And what's the one thing that callers say when somebody took the time to listen to them, to hear what they were going through? What's the one thing that they say? They say, "Hey, thank you for taking the time to listen to me. I feel a little bit better." And just knowing that you helped someone go on another day because you took the time to listen to them. Hey, that is pretty. That's pretty good right there. Knowing that you took 25 to 30 minutes to listen to this person, what they were going through. And because you did that, you saved their life and helped them go on another day. Okay. Yeah. So, the biggest myths about no, blah, blah, the biggest myths about suicide. I said that wrong again. The biggest myths about those who are suicidal, debunked. Okay. So, the myth: those who are suicidal are selfish and only thinking about themselves. Fact: those who are suicidal often think about their loved ones. They believe they're such a burden that others would be better off without them. Myth: those who are suicidal are just attention seeking. Fact: people often consider suicide because they don't see any other option. They feel trapped in a negative situation and can't see a way out of it, a reason to go on, or any hope of things changing. Myth: people consider suicide because they're looking for an easy way out of their problems. Fact: they're seeking a reason to keep living, an escape from their intrusive thoughts, comfort, and safety during their darkest hour, reassurance they aren't the terrible things their mind is telling them, and the love and compassion they're unable to give to themselves. Myth: those who attempt suicide do so suddenly without warning. Fact: there are often warning signs that one may be suicidal. These include talking about death and existential topics like what's the point of life, risk taking behavior, saying they feel trapped or they can't see hope in the future, self harming, and saying others would be better off without them. So just remember, show love and compassion. Please show love and compassion to those who are suicidal. Okay? All right. Um, okay. Okay. So, 10 subtle way, 10 subtle ways. I hope I said that right. Those who are suicidal reach out for help. Number one, sharing depressing slash sad memes on social media, asking what the point of life is, saying nothing they do matters, bringing up their suicidal feelings with dark humor, saying sorry, asking for forgiveness for something out of the blue, saying they're worthless and others will be better off without them, behaving recklessly, messaging late at night just to chat because they don't want to be alone with their intrusive suicidal thoughts, asking if you're busy, then saying never mind, regardless of the answer, saying they feel trapped in a negative circumstance. Okay? So those are the 10 subtle ways those who are suicidal reach out for help. Okay? All right. And so, I've made, no, I've shared before that I've attempted my life. I made an attempt on my life. Um, I survived it. And so, if we could just talk about this topic more, okay? More lives will be saved. More people will be willing to open up and share their pain, okay? More people will be willing to open up to share their pain, the experiences that they went through, okay? And so, I remember when I told my story at the 2023 Suicide Prevention Walk a couple of years ago. And after I told my story, somebody came up to me and they said, you know, now that you told your story, he said, you can't handle it. I'm like, yeah, 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 you're right. You're right. And I still have struggles with suicidal ideations. I still have trouble with suicidal ideations. I think it's safe to say that I come through it. I come through it every time. Okay. And so, if we can inspire, if we can get people to talk more, open up about their feelings, um, imagine the countless lives we could save. Okay. Imagine the countless lives we could save. Along with 988. Okay. And so, when I told my story back in 2023, I was hoping that my story would inspire people, and obviously it did, because I had a lot of people coming up to me saying, "Oh, hey, thank you for telling your story." So for anybody out there who is struggling, okay, just know that you matter, you're loved, you are not a burden, and you are more than enough, okay? And I want to end this video by sharing my story that I told at the 2023 walk, okay? Here is a video of me sharing my story. Thank you for tuning in to the Sean Farrell podcast. You matter, you are loved, you are not a burden, you are more than enough. And may God bless you all. Peace.
How's everybody, how they doing today? Thank God for the beautiful weather, and just thank Him for being able to bless me to tell you all my story. I noticed mental health issues as far as early as 12 years old. I had anxiety as early as 12 years old, and I remember I was bullied verbally, bullied physically, had my shorts pulled down in front of the whole bus. I had 2 bike accidents within a 5-year period, and I was made fun of all throughout grade school. So by the time I graduated high school, I was very bitter, and I was very angry over what had transpired to me all throughout grade school. And at the time, I did not know that anger was a symptom of depression. And eventually, my anger morphed into anger towards everybody, anger towards my family. I couldn't have anger towards friends because I didn't have no friends. I virtually had no support system. And so eventually, when you're in a dark place, you try to search for ways out, and one of the ways that I saw out was suicide. I know when I was a kid, I used to see those commercials on TV where you would see the woman who is looking out the window, the woman who's looking out the window just oppressed, and we would all laugh at that commercial. of the depressed woman who's looking out the window, and we will all say to ourselves, that'll never be us. That'll never be us. We'll never be in that dark place. But that's exactly where I was early on in adulthood. And eventually I attempted suicide. I was not successful. I'm glad that I wasn't. It is a struggle for me even to this day. I still have my moments where I think about suicide, but I do have a much broader support system than I did when I was younger. I reached out for help by myself. I've been in counseling since my early 20s, and I'm still in counseling even at the advanced age of 37. So Joe Namath, Football Hall of Famer, actually had one of the best quotes. He said, football convinced him that life is a team game. So same thing with suicide prevention. Suicide prevention is a team game. And everybody here, we are all one team helping to erase the stigma of those surrounding suicide. And I had a couple of challenges last year that pushed me towards the edge. Had a few things happen late last year that pushed me to the edge, but I'm still here telling my story to you all. And Michael Irvin had one of the best quotes. He said this at the end of his Hall of Fame speech. He said, to those of you all who have felt like that they have never measured up or wanted to quit, you just tell them to look up, get up, and don't ever give up. Thank you, and may God bless you all.